doing? This is Eric from HA Americans, Happen Americans, and AMP Live in the American Mentee program. Coming to you at an undisclosed location here in beautiful, crazy Southern California. Today's Saturday AMP Live training, the AMP Live Real Estate Show. I'm going to be your host today, Eric. Probably going to have a special guest if it comes on. We're going to talk a little bit about the Erick Report. That's something I was doing on Friday highlights, Pulse of Real Estate, the Erick Report, kind of what's going on in the real estate market throughout the United States of America, touching on a little bit of some global stuff, creative real estate investing, traditional real estate, what's going on in the market for just like agents and brokers and listings and all that other good stuff, or I should say, creative real estate, right? Investing. In other words, the wholesaling stuff, the subject to existing financing options, different ways, hard money, private money, what's happening. If there's something that's happening and there's a trend from a mentee that's we're working with in a certain state, then that always intrigues me. It's kind of like how I'm not going to call myself a pastor, but when I go to church on Sunday and life happens to them and they get inspired, and then all of a sudden they got their sermon, right? Kind of like what I do on the Sunday sermons, rants and raves to a degree, not as in depth. I don't go writing a bunch of stuff. It's always live, raw, and uncut, just like tonight. We do have some notes here, though, that I very rarely do this, but this is for the Erick Report. It's about 4 pages long. I'm not going to bore you with it all. We're just going to highlight on the Erick Report. If you want to get the Erick Report, you can, I believe it's probably going to be inside the link somewhere, down in within wherever this is being, marketed on any of the platforms. This is also being streamed through several platforms, YouTube, Fbook. I believe we're going, usually we're kind of segregating off that platform or a certain platform, moving to X and moving a lot of stuff there, and spaces in the communities like groups or whatever. I think it's called, I think that's what it's called, community, right? So creative real estate investing, right? We did have a creative real estate investing domination networking live event. It was like a meetup type thing. Going to do that again probably before Christmas. And then, of course, in January, when you're getting ready to rock and roll and everybody's doing their New Year's resolutions and things of that nature. So welcome to the Saturday AMP Live training. I'm going to share with you the Erick Report today. We're going to start rocking that out. And maybe it'll turn into a newsletter. Maybe it won't. But I want to keep it simple, right? Stick with the meat and potatoes, right, as they say, of the report, right? What's happening? Is the market? And some of the topics I'll get into, and I'll read them in a second. But let me see, do a little housekeeping here. Make sure we're all good to go. Where's the old spectacles? I'll keep it down right down here. Let me see what we got. All right, where we go? I'm going to put this right here. There's Victor. All right. Hey, Victor, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can do this.
Yes, I can.
Here, boom, right there. Can we do that? Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're right there. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Cool. Hey, it even says your name right there. Victorious. That's awesome. So how's your Saturday going? Appreciate it. Thank you for jumping in. I know you got some stuff you got to take care of with obviously real estate, comic book business, family, and all those good things. And yeah, thanks for showing up. I know we've been kind of talking a little bit here and there. So what's going on today or this evening?
I mean, like you said, I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff, just going on and stuff. Been having a lot of fun with the fix and flip that we got going on. The comic book biz is going good. We're in the middle of a giveaway train right now and stuff on the platform. So there's a bunch of people getting some goodies and stuff like that and everything. Cool. Just getting ready for this week coming up.
All right, awesome. I'm just kind of curious. What the hell is a train? What would you call it?
A giveaway train. Yeah, it's a raid train on whatnot.
Okay.
On a platform.
So what is that? What exactly is it?
Oh, well, it's pretty much, obviously it's like a train, right? Obviously, we start from one location, right? And we go to the end destination. So we start at one stream, and a bunch of people come in and they gather in there, like, a bunch of buyers and community people come in, and then that person does their show, and then now they transfer it over after their time slot to the next person. So it's like a train ride. They're just going from stop to stop to stop to stop, and they get free items, that they get as a giveaway and stuff like that. So they all get to enter into like free giveaway drawings.
Oh shit.
And stuff like that. And then they get to purchase items, get discounts, first time buyers appreciation and discounts.
Yeah.
They get $15 off,
Okay.
stuff like that. So, and it's fun. People just write it all day, and we go to different categories, like from shoes to comic books to Funko Pops to baseball cards, back to women's contemporary clothing, back to like hunting gear, just all types of stuff.
Interesting. So it's almost like having a like being online and having a bunch of pop-ups or pop-up stores, or
Yes.
maybe almost like an open house. If you're going to different houses and you're going, boom, I'm going to go to this open house, check it all out. Boom, go to this next open house, or even like a pop-up. If it was for, I don't know, let's say real estate products, and maybe it's for software and stuff like that, and someone's
Yeah.
promoting fucking how to find deals, and we jump on their train. And then when they're all done, boom, we jump on another train saying, hey, check out this software and different types of software. Is that kind of the same concept?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow, that could be kind of fun or cool being figured
Yeah.
out for the real estate shit, right? Of course, you couldn't do it on the WhatsApp, I don't think, right? You'd have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, and no. I mean, yeah and no. At the same time, because people go on there and they talk and you know, um, they're able to pretty much sell anything as long as it's within certain guidelines and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, we're able to do even just free shows and stuff like that. It doesn't always have to be like they have to buy a bunch of items and stuff, but also they can donate. They could send tips.
Mm-hmm.
They could also pay to enter a private stream, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a private entrance stream and stuff
Really?
like that. So I mean, they do a lot of that type of stuff now on that platform.
That's
So
kind of
that's something that we're starting to explore on there now.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah, because I know I know it's off subject and stuff, but my brain's always thinking. So when you're talking about the train and then pop-ups, and we're thinking about, because I know when I got in real estate, or even you, right, or anybody gets into real estate, they're all online looking for stuff. What the hell is wholesaling? What is SubTo? What's real estate
Yeah,
investing? Do I need to have a bunch of money? Is the market going to crash? Is it not going to crash? What's going on, right? We'll talk a little bit about that because I know your time is limited. But we'll talk a little bit kind of what's on the Erick report and things of that nature. But it intrigues me because it seems like that would be kind of cool if I was looking for stuff, and you kind of obviously going to want to vet the vendors or whoever's coming down the wire, make sure their product's good and it works and all that good stuff. And then go ahead and talk about that. Because when someone gets in, you're looking at one, first of all, is it real? Can you really buy a piece of property for $10, $100? Can you leverage it? You see all these TikTok and YouTube videos, and they're all saying, man, yeah, you don't need any money. You can become a real estate mogul and all this other good shit, which sounds awesome, right? But it's kind of like, the shiny object stuff. Kind of, I don't know. Well, I know you're pretty young, but there used to be a thing called, I'm jumping off subject here again, infomercials. You remember those?
yeah, I remember those. I
Yeah.
remember seeing those at night at like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning and stuff when I was up late as a young
Exactly.
kid.
That's what they're geared towards. That's their market and demographic. People, thinking about, man, they can't sleep, or they're stressed out or whatever. And, they're either going to buy a piece of product or a piece of jewelry or it's about real estate, right? Or it's about the one that sticks in my mind is the ShamWow. You remember the ShamWow?
Yeah, the ShamWow guy.
Yeah, the ShamWow dude, man. That guy was, I think, I don't know, ex what? I don't know. I think he's in and out of jail or something like that. Found his calling and stuff, and that sales or whatever. But the way they do it, right? So thinking of that, there's products. People need them in real estate. They're going to need. People say, well, first, I need a website. I need all this crazy stuff, right? Yes and no. Depends on where you're at in the level of real estate. You're just getting started. You obviously just need to find someone that's willing to work with you, understand, I guess, the mechanics of the game, right? Like baseball. If you know what the mechanics are, what the rules are for baseball, it's pretty simple, but it can get intricate, right? You're looking at the numbers and RBIs, and you really dig deep, and who's who and who's what and who buys, who owns the company, all that shit, right? But making it simple, but most people just kind of do this research on top, right? TikTok, YouTube, search a little bit, and then maybe read a book, watch some videos, and then figure out if it's real or not, and try to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you got in the comic book business, kind of researching stuff and taking a look at how do you fit in that business, right? And that's where I think a lot of people have issues with, right? In this business. I know I did when I first started, but I was more of like, I got to have all the ducks in a row. But I found out later on through my mentor saying, no, you don't have to have all your ducks in a row. Just have some of the ducks in a row, right? And then get started. Because otherwise you can have the shiny object what is it, analysis of paralysis and all that good stuff, right? And there's so much shit out there right now and so much noise that it's hard to figure out, who do I go with? What do I do? You know, what direction do I go in? Besides using your gut. Now, your gut, always follow your gut, as I always say. You know that, brother, right? But yeah, we got some exciting stuff going down the wire, you know, with you and real estate and the comic book stuff, what we're doing throughout the United States and helping fellow mentees across the United States and working with them one-on-one. We are shifting, as you know, we talked about this, Victor, is like, you know, moving to the coaching and the apps and all that good stuff. And we got an app that we're going to try to release. Been trying to release it, but, you know, it's been taking some time. I wanted to get it done this month. It's not going to happen. December, probably not. Just kind of the basics of the AHA Protege program. Touch a little bit on that. Very easy program where you get in there and either work with someone else or work with us, right? And on a one-on-one basis, finding deals and things of that nature. And the app should be released hopefully in January, and then we'll continue to move forward in that direction. But yeah, you're out in the Midwest, obviously, so the price points are different. Probably cold as shit out there, or it should be getting super chilly, because when they say it's cold out here in California, like it's 65 and it's freezing, right? The Midwest, it's more like what? 35 degrees and it's freezing?
Yeah, it's like
55 is good weather, right?
Yeah, it's like 32 degrees outside right now. I was just outside a second ago, so it's really getting cold out here.
That means you can go and put some of this H2O out there and put it like that, and when water's going to come, that shit will freeze, right?
Yes.
I think freezing temperature, man. But yeah, so talk to me, man. Talk to me a little bit about what you got going. The train thing's cool. That's awesome. I think I might have had something on here, because I know I picked something up from you. It was pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, man. We've been kind of rocking and rolling a lot and taking the time. I know this one I unwrapped, right? Remember that one?
Yes.
So that was kind of cool. So I got that. I have not framed it. I know I want to. I got to go to that. I think it's called Michael's or something like that. And they got nice ass frames and all that good stuff. So I'll put the frame on that son of a bitch. Now,
well, just to let you know, Eric, fun fact, if you go on Amazon, I could even send you the link. They have white backgrounds with black trim frames made specifically with memory foam to put those books in there for comics.
Send it to me. Yeah, send me the link, man.
Yeah.
I'll do a little chat right up in here. Tighten a little rock and roll. If you watch this video, just share it, love, all that other likes and all that good stuff on social media. Obviously, we're kind of moving a lot of stuff to X. There's a community. Maybe help out with that, Victor. There's a community they're going to put in there, creative real estate investing. But a lot of people, look, creative real estate investing, you do the terms and you look at it, right? And you say, well, where's this stuff at, right? It's usually YouTube and X. Or I should say, TikTok. X, a lot of political stuff, a lot of business stuff, LinkedIn, a lot of business stuff and things of that nature. But there's always trickles of real estate, right? It's harder to find. You just got to figure out how to dominate those little social media platforms. But I believe in just going across the board. But that, send that link over to me, because I'd love to do that, because I know I got another one. It's the Bruce Lee one, right? So that one, I'll be honest with you, I have not even opened it up yet, to be honest with you, man. So that's all nice and fresh and locked up in the packaging. So when it goes out of the packaging, it's going to go directly into one of those frames, man. But send the link. I appreciate it. And just for anybody who's watching, we're going to have some QR codes that are going to pop up. We're doing the Creative Real Estate Investing Domination live meetup and all that good stuff. I'm going to do another one in December. And I know we talked about it. I'd like to do one at a location where you're at, brother. And if we can get some people and do live, break bread and all that good stuff, kind of like if it was just like a live meetup somewhere. Talk about some stuff. And maybe that's where that stuff you're talking about with the train, right? Kind of having people and some guests and things of that nature, which would be awesome. And kind of doing the discounts and all that good stuff for just different types of products of what's going on for fix and flip, BuyNHold, creative real estate investing, wholesaling, right? Because stuff's there, man. I'm telling you, fall and Christmas, or I should always say Christmas. I don't know why, but it's winter, right? Winter reminds me of Christmas. Some of the best deals are done, but people are doing stuff, right? They're like Thursday's Turkey Day, man. So if anybody sees us out there, happy Turkey Day. God bless you and your family and all that good stuff. Same for you, brother. We'll be talking anyways. And anybody out there sees the videos and stuff, but just everybody, Saturday, Sunday comes, rather watch a movie, go do this, go do that, instead of maybe working on leads, instead of returning your phone calls, right? And I get it. We all do it. We're all guilty of that, brother, right? Because I know you do it. I do it. And there's times, but if you got to sometimes dig in, because I know a lot of people are going to be doing what? December comes around. I'm going to do my New Year's resolutions, right?
Right.
Some weight, right? I'm going to, whatever, things are, people that's when they start firing up. I say fire up like several months ago, man, including now and December. Get that momentum rolling so you can rock and roll into January. But yeah, just wanted to share that because I know I got the Bruce Lee one. I remember that. Didn't forget about you, man. I appreciate that. And thanks for sending that over. But you can get them and you can put in your stuff here too. I know if you got, I'm not sure what you got, if you're just on the phone or whatever, but you can always send me a link and I can pop it in here and all that good stuff or whatever. But you can also hashtag GetErickPaul, the art of the deal, creative real estate investing. There's tons of videos, about 300 plus videos over on YouTube and things of that nature. So we'll be pushing YouTube more and trying to move to these other platforms, as well as a new website we got. It's called amplive.com, right? Or yeah, amplivemedia.com, amplivemedia.com. There's a bunch of blogs. We're just moving a lot of stuff as far as videos and training videos on there. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Go check it out. But let me go back up here. I do have a challenge for us all. This, I think you might like this one. Check this out. Mortgage for millennials and everyone else too, right? Now, obviously, this is our sponsor, VIPeXecs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. There's a lovely broker right there. At the end of the day, millennials are looking for properties. Part of my Erick report, right? Like, is the market going to crash, brother? And I like your 2 cents. And see, and give me a little bit of feedback, right? And you kind of know where I come from and what I'm talking about with cycles and trends, 1800s going to the 1900s and then into the 2000s. And then even when I got started until now, you see a pattern, bro, right? There's a pattern of what happens. The market goes up and down. Now, there's a lot of millennials, right? They're like, man, I'd love to buy a house. But you go look at a pad and, maybe it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath or a trailer or a condo. And you're going, shit, is this all we can afford, right? With the amount of money you got to put down, as well as the credit and all that good stuff. And on top of that, can you qualify, right? So, and I know we talked a little bit about this as well, right? But as far as like the market, do you feel that it's going to be crashing?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and I agree with you. At the end of the day, and this is possible. And again, remember the last cycle, interest rates were 6%, 7%, 8%. But then this cycle, so what? 5%, 6%, 7%, they're the same thing. Right? People are bitching, but I get it because the prices are not 200,000-300,000. They're more like 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, depending on where you're at. Well, in California, right? You know that because you're from Cali. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's FHA, right? You got VA loans. If you served in the military, well, you can get. If you're a millennial and you served your country, we can make that happen, right? Or if it's FHA, 3.5% down. You can even get a gift on some of this stuff. Now, I'm not the mortgage expert, but I've been doing it long enough to at least glaze over the top, right? Where a millennial can actually buy something, right? And I know they do. Eventually, everybody does. But when the way stuff has been going, right, with all the stress and all kinds of shit, so I do say congratulations to the new administration that's going to be rolling in. And there's a lot of new opportunities and horizons that are coming up. So I started putting some stuff together. I actually went back, Victor, and looked at kind of like some stuff I was doing for the Erick report and looking at cycles and trends, man, right? And I'm going, boom, okay, went up over here. Market crashed. Market was awesome. Market crashed. Market was awesome. And I put something together and I broke it. I looked at it. I go, oh, shit, this is from 2021. Then I went and updated it, right? And updated it all the way up to 2040. So some predictions, right? I always call them the crystal ball predictions because we don't know what's going to happen, right? But we got a good sense of what can happen. And you're right. Nothing's going to really happen right now. Properties are where they're at. They'll probably go. They're going to continue to go up. Interest rates, we'll see what happens with the Fed, right? 25, but you should be gearing up for 2025 because there's deals out there. There's pre-foreclosures, vacant properties, houses that people need to sell, nice houses in nice areas. By the way, there's some stuff in your area. Some phone calls for tomorrow. I know it's a Sunday. Going shit.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm down. I said, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's because we got some. It was weird. I thought it was maybe you or maybe one of the workers out there or something like that, or maybe it was someone, I don't know, and didn't leave a message. So then I said, okay, well, who is this? Did a little recon and then call back again. Listen to the message very slowly, right? Hello, this is so-and-so. I got your information, and looks like you're interested in buying my house, right? But this happens to be that this person has about 6 houses, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to see if we can help them out and unload some of their inventory, because I did look at everything and evaluated it. I go, they're upside down on their properties. They're not cash flowing, right? So that could be something we can help out with. But stuff like that comes down the wire every day. It's just a matter of hyper focusing, putting on them damn, horse blinders, I always call them, or human blinders, because there's so much shit. And I have learned that if you put 3 things on the table, man, trust me, I probably looked at you, even yours, right? You start writing your to-do list and it gets longer and longer, and then you got a long-ass laundry list, right?
Yeah.
Right? 9 times out of 10, you don't get any of it done, or maybe a little bit of it done here and there. What I found is that you can have that laundry list, but you got to pick the top 3, man, that are super important, either going to make you money or that that shit, I got to get that shit done by this day. Nothing else matters, right? Nothing else fucking matters. And if you do that, you'll see results. It's kind of the same thing when we start training and mentoring. First 30 days are critical, right? Getting you up and running, making sure your mindset's right, reading correctly, getting your map together right for your goals and what you want to achieve, learning how to break down deals, then doing some role play so you understand how to talk to sellers, and then surfing for deals, or if you're ready for it and you got inventory or you got systems, we got to line those systems up so you can get your leads going with text and ringless voice message and direct mail and all that good stuff. If you can afford it, you get the leads. So at least the leads aren't going to get shit canned. And you do what? Start making them phone calls, right? The mission is the submission, man. It's all the same stuff. But I want to put it out there for everybody, man. And even how we're going to be doing this, brother, is take the challenge, right, bro? So I want to take the challenge. And that's for 30 days to a deal, but it's more of what we're doing for the app, man. We're looking for 15 founders. I think we talked about this, right? So I like some feedback from you too. Later on, we'll talk about it. But feedback for the founders, and in regards to what we got right there, the one-on-one mentoring. You can also scan that QR code right there if you want to book some time with myself and my team. I don't charge a dime to do that. Just to pick the brain. I wish I had that available when I got started, right? I had to build up a bunch of stuff. And a business and websites and then deals and proof of concept and all that good stuff before them big dogs or any dogs would talk to me and then help me. And then me being able to go with them, right? That was an exchange. I make you some money and I make you a lot of money. You let me go with you, right? So that concept has been brought down into the American Mentee program, AMP Live Media, everything you see here and everything we do. You know that, brother. So I'm excited. Once the house gets up and running, you're going to fire that son bitch up. And we're going to plug in the art of the deal action, right? Because we want to get top freaking dollar for that property. And we're going to do some guerrilla marketing and a bunch of other exciting stuff, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. And hunting some more properties in your area. Now, what I like to talk about is a little bit about the challenge, bro, and the founders, right? And being able to do this. Now, the one-on-one mentoring program is like 6 months, right? 6 months one-on-one mentoring. We partner up, do 6 deals for the next 12 months, right? That's the normal one-on-one mentoring program that we've had for years, right?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do for the founders program is just specifically for the app, which is for, where you can have the on-demand stuff, right, and working here. We're going to work with you and work with them, brother, and you're going to be involved in this as well, right? So you help out with the first 30 days. Victor will be involved. We'll be rocking and rolling one-on-one for 6 weeks, bro. So it's going to be almost like cramming 6 months to 12 months into 6 weeks. Now, it's not to intimidate. The bottom line is this. You already know processes and systems work. If you show up to the party, you're going to get results, correct?
Yes.
So bottom line is if you show up, you get results. But where does the magic happen? I think you might know this, but I'm going to answer the question anyways. It's when we talk, right? When we talk about what happened, what transpired, what you said or did not say, what I said. Did you understand? Because even you, it might be you at the kitchen table with a mentee, in person or on the phone, right? With one of these sitting there going, what? Negotiating a deal, right? And you know how that goes, right, brother?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, right? It's that muscle memory. It's understanding and listening to the art of the deal, the inflections in his voice, my voice, other people when they're working with you. So I want to put that out there for anybody who wants to come aboard and work with us, or even the founders, right? They're doing a founder app. Yes, there's a hard cost that has to be taken care of. I did that on another call. I believe it's on Wednesday. That's being taken care of with Sweden. It'll be uploaded to the website soon for a replay, and then we'll start promoting it, brother. but only 15 founders to be on the app. And I know you had some ideas about some stuff, which we'll talk about later, and then maybe offer it to others, and then go from there, so they can actually have access to it, make money on it. We're going to be rocking and rolling deals together. I did throw on top of that another 3 months. We'll work with them for at least 3 deals and do some 50-50, 60-70, 70-30 splits or whatever, depending on how much work is done on every deal, as well as doing the affiliate marketing program. In other words, hey, if they share it with others and other people come aboard, you'll be able, others, me, all of us, right, will be able to make some money based on what? Based on them coming aboard. But the beautiful thing is that, you'll be doing some coaching, training, myself, others on the team, and we have access to all these things. You know this. I'm not going to dive deep into it, but my biggest challenge is doing the deal within the next 30 days, right? Can it be done? Yes. Can you get a contract in 30 days? Can you take a lead to an appointment, to an offer, to a deal, close of escrow within 30 days? Yes, you can. You know that, brother. Others maybe don't, or their whole goal is to. And there's a lot of people out there doing the 5-day challenge, 7-day challenge, 30-day challenge, whatever. For us, it's more about, yes, just making it reciprocal, right? Because I know, man, and maybe you've been a part of some programs, and I hate talking about the same stuff, but what I want to talk about is I wanted to talk more about like the Erick report, what we got going on. But it's so critical being able to have something that's real, intangible, and workable, and then going into 2025, right? Because if you go into 2025 with momentum, right, you're going to have a fat ass smile on your mouth, right? Or on your face, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like when you get a deal and you lock up a deal. And then we get rid of this son of a bitch, right? You're going to be grinning fucking from ear to ear, right?
Yes.
And then hunting more because you get hungry. Real estate is very, very intoxicating, right? Once you start, you go and you go. I've been talking to a couple of potential mentees coming aboard and stuff, right? And they all got different stories, but it's all the same thing, right? Want to build a legacy, want to build something for their family. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they've been at their gig for 10, 15, 20 years, right? And others are like, well, I love my career, but you know what? I just need a place to put my money. And real estate sounds good. But they don't want to manage. They don't want to set up a firm. They don't want to fix and flip and buy and hold, right? Some of those are perfect for what? You can set up a small firm or come aboard and, and do little by little or do friendship deals and things of that nature. But I do challenge you. I'm going to put that right there if anybody needs to book a call. And I know you have a train thing going on. That's actually today, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's going on where?
Whatnot.
That was trippy. Okay, I know when you sent that over to me, I don't know how long ago. I said, what the fuck is Whatnot, right? But it is pretty trippy. Yeah. I went on there looking around. I was, me, I'm going to look at real estate. Where's the real estate? Where's the real estate, right? Not much of it on there, but there was some other stuff that I know my wife loves, right? And that was like freaking crazy-ass expensive purses and shoes and all kinds of shit, right? Yeah. And they had this young guy on there who I guess he'd buy this stuff, and then he'd show it. Hey, this is what then everybody starts bidding on it. Then you got like $1,000 purse and someone would buy it for $250. He's cool, no problem. He probably got it for 20 or 30 or $50 or some shit, right? Who knows, right? Where he got it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty interesting how the bidding thing is. It's almost like a bidding website of some sort. It sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a bidding and it's an auction and buy it now site. We have a small marketplace on there for us to market our stuff when we're not streaming. And when we are streaming, you could come in and you could shop our shop and see what we have there in the buy it now section. So you can just grab it without having to bid anybody and have to battle it out. Or we have auction available for you guys as well too. So you guys could be doing auction, bidding up for auctions and stuff like that. And then, like I said, we do giveaways, and we've done giveaways from like PlayStation 5s to Nintendo Switches to, I know another streamer on there. She's giving away a cruise ticket for a cruise for.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. So people gave away a lot of crazy stuff. They gave away purses or shoes that are worth $500. So it's just like people go up on there and they're able to become part of this new community, and it's very interactive and stuff like that.
Interesting. Since we're talking about that, I have something for us. We're going to give away. It's the Surfing for Deals, man. We did a video and some cheat sheets. You know that shit works, so I'm going to put it right up in here in the chat. Go there and check it out. It's free. for now. It's going to go into the app, and we'll end up charging for that later on. But right now, it's free to blow up your phone and email with texts and emails, and it freaking works, man. It's still, I'm going to believe it or not, I like to go and test it. You know how that is, right? Like we're testing another platform for their data and for the for the postcards and CRM and all that good stuff. So we're still going through the process and checking that stuff out. But surfing for deals still works, man. Believe it or not. You copy and paste, boom. That night, 10 or 15, either in the morning, the afternoon, and at night. Some just do 15 a day and 15 to 20 a day, right? And then in the morning, you got a bunch of leads in there that you got to start working, right? Where sellers would say, hey, look, I need or I want to sell my property. So it's a little bit different than the data, because you can grab data and then blast it out. It's still kind of like a Russian roulette thing, right? Here, there's people that actually are putting ads out there, and you're copying and pasting, and you're putting, it's still a 30 to 35% response rate, which is pretty hot. Kind of like, and that's something that, that's how we're able to get people going very, very quickly in the business within the first 30 days, while others maybe have, and we've had it happen, 20,000 on a program, 8 months later, still spinning their wheels, $5,000 for some PDFs and, and some videos and stuff, and they're still spinning their wheels, right? Others have, I think I talked to one young man. Yeah, he bought a course, 12 grand. And then so I think what happened? They went out of business, and that was that. Of course, the Chinese virus and the COVID thing happened or whatever. And so then, they died out. Now they're coming back. Now I got the bug again, wants to come back and rock and roll, right? And, did some deals here and there. And some people do deals, and some people do deals and they go bad or sour, or, they thought they're going to make 30 and they make 2 grand. That shit happens, right? The bottom line here is this: the goal, as you can see, right? How to seal your real estate deals and how to get a deal in 30 days. That's what I want to talk about a little bit, the Amp Live Real Estate Show. And as far as like, what would be your advice, man? Like, let's say you're starting from scratch and you're going to be like, you know what do I do? I want to get a deal. Now, for you, it'll be a little easier because you understand the jam. You know how to talk to sellers. You can get the mission is a submission. You can get them to sign a contract and all that good stuff and take it from A to B, right? From a lead to getting it closed. So if someone's new getting started, what would you suggest? And I know I'm throwing it out there because none of this, it's always live and raw, right? None of it is like, hey, I handed you some questions and you're going to answer them back like kind of like the current administration, right? where it's bullshit. At the end of the day, hey, whatever you say is whatever you say, because I'm not gonna refute it or anything. I may or may disagree, but it is what it is, right?
Right. Well, I mean, the first thing I could say, I'm gonna say this from experience. This is just me too. So everybody, you don't have to take it as like full knowledge for everybody or like this is the way to go. But for me, I tried it out by myself. I did a lot of little mini courses and stuff and these little DIY things, and it wasn't really working for me. I was doing everything to the T, but there was things missing, and I didn't understand some of it, and they couldn't be there to help me, obviously, because I didn't pay such a high amount and stuff like that. I didn't pay like $30,000 to get a one-on-one, $40,000 to get a one-on-one with them and stuff like that. So it was a little different for me. So I say find somebody or find somebody that could kind of help you, like a mentor or somebody that could kind of lead the way and show you that's already done it, has been doing it. Somebody that could be there for you. Unless you're good at doing it on your own and you're able to comprehend it like that and just like fully take initiative and hold yourself accountable and do it all on your own, yeah, go ahead. But for me, I wasn't able to fully do all that, so I did need somebody. And in the beginning, it was hard. Remember, I told you I spent money on little other programs. It didn't go well. I kind of hit like a stopping point, and I was like, "Man, what am I gonna do? It's not really working." So, kind of was giving up on doing the calling and stuff like that. And then we connected, and after I came aboard within 30 days and stuff, we ended up talking to some sellers out in Texas and locking up 10 properties at one time. So I
Yeah.
remember that. And that was an awesome experience.
So to recap, your best advice: say, hey, find somebody that's willing to work with you. Find somebody who's willing to give you the love and the attention that you need. on a daily basis, or more than just one call a week or 2 calls every week and shit like that, just to make sure that you watch videos and PDFs and all that good stuff, right? So is that kind of what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. And that's good advice, man. And I agree with it. Simply because you can only go so far with the TikTok videos, YouTube videos. Then you buy into a course, and then you got a coach that's going to coach you maybe every 2 weeks or something like that, or once a week, just to kind of make sure that you're like an accountability coach, right? I don't think there's any program out there that has coaches that will actually be on the horn, walk you through the art of walking the house, and then negotiating a deal with you, right?
Right.
Is there
Not
anything
many.
else out there
Not
that
that I
you know of?
know. I don't know any. I haven't came across any besides yours. I mean,
Mhm.
I haven't had anybody else do that, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. I don't see it like that. Another thing too is I know that your program is like it's a selective process. It's a small group. It's not like you got 150, 200, 350 people all up in it at one time doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and you don't have enough time for them. You select a certain group and stuff, and you work side by side with them and stuff like that, and you train them and you teach them. So that's the good part about it. I could say that.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's another um, big positive on that.
Right. No, I appreciate that. And it's true. That's what I found out when I started AHA, back in 2010, 11, 12, 13, with everybody spending 3,000, 20,000, 50,000, all the way up to 150,000 bucks, man, for a 1-day seminar. You're not going to learn the business in 1 day. You're not going to learn it in 30 days. You're not going to learn it in 6 months. It's always going to be something that you're going to constantly be learning about, right? But once you get
Right.
the basis going and you get that, everybody starts off as a bird dog, right? Then they start, the thing now is wholesaling, right? And then you're going to start fixing and flipping and buying and holding with traditional credit and money, or you're going to go hard money, and then eventually you're going to get tapped out, and you go, shit, I need to learn what? Creative real estate investing, right? Where I can leverage more deals with less money. And but there is some crazy stuff that I seen. Someone we're talking on social media. Hey, have you heard about this new thing called reverse flipping, right? So have you ever heard of that?
Uh, Actually, I just seen something on social media about it. I was like, "What's the?" I didn't even really pry into it or peep it or check
Yeah.
it out, but I did recently just hear something about that. That's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, because it's being pushed around. I get it, right? There's always trends, right? Whether, hey, the new trend is find stuff on the MLS. The new trend is talk to agents. And then the new trend is no, just off-market stuff. The new trend is wholesaling. The new trend is, micro wholesaling. The new trend is, reverse wholesaling, whatever. It's whatever comes down the wire where someone could put something together and repackage it, right, and put it back on the market as something new, right? That's what Hollywood does. That's what the movies do. That's what all that shit's all about. It's all repurposed shit. Look at Disneyland, right? A lot of their shit are movies they put out, but it's a lot of the same shit. They use a lot of the same fucking images and parts of the films of different colors and shit. It's just repackaging a lot of the same shit, right? The basis is the
Yeah,
basis to a degree, but you have to learn it. And if you don't learn it, then you're never going to get past anything, right? You're going to be stuck in the one-trick pony of wholesaling. And when it doesn't work, wholesaling doesn't work, or you can't do it, you'll have to migrate to some creative stuff. But it all comes down to time. You got to have the time. You got to learn. You got to become an expert. Most people don't want to take the time to do that, right? They'd rather just go get a
yeah,
job, tell me what to do, and hopefully they cross their fingers that they get to keep their job, right? Now, we both know about Think and Grow Rich, right, brother?
yep,
And in that book, at least I was doing this before I started Think and Grow Rich, right? I was just taught work ethic wise that, man, I would always do more than what I was paid to do, because that was in my goal, was in my blood, is just who I am. And I wanted to do a good job for the employer, right? And obviously to keep my job and things of that nature. So I've always done more than what I was paid to do. Others are fence riders. Others just show up to the clock. Others just, instead of working 8 hours, man, they're going to work 6, right? Because they're going to take their breaks. They're going to go to the coffee room. They're going to go do this, go take a shit, go eat, and work maybe 4 hours, right?
yeah,
Now, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I get it. But I wouldn't want to hire them if they're my employees unless they're bringing unless there was a benefit to it, right? So it's the same shit here, right? If you just show up to the party, just like Grant Cardone says, 90% is showing up. I say 99% is mindset as well. You got to have a combination of some of these, right? And if you don't, what happens? You'll get some results. You get some half-ass results, but you'll never get the 100% results that you can rinse and repeat, right? Unless you do that stuff. And you know that, man. We all do. So I challenge you or anybody else, you know, obviously, or anybody out there watching this, watch it all the way back and forth. You're going to get some awesome nuggets. The bottom line, to find these deals, surfing for deals is an awesome way. It's free. You can just copy and paste. I put it in the link down below or the chat or whatever. But as far as like how to get a deal with the next 30 days, I know nobody's out there is going to negotiate with you unless you join their firm or maybe a real estate agency or a brokerage or maybe a private firm where they're going to train you and say, hey, we're going to make you part of acquisitions, right? Because you got some sales skills and we're going to train you and we're going to give you leads and all that good stuff, right? That's different. But if you're wanting to build your own business, your own firm, your own legacy, 9 times out of 10, that's what everybody wants to do, right? I know that's you, right? You're like probably 99% of all the people out there saying, man, I just want to do this shit for myself, right? I don't want to go to work for somebody, correct?
Right. Yes.
So I get it. You know, but then, you know, it all shifts and changes. You know how that goes. So thanks for that analogy. It's true, though, man. Finding a mentor, because that's what I did. But I did it by accident. And I think you know this, too, right? When you just got to bring tremendous value to somebody and you know, offer up some money. And then if they see you, hey, you do some of your best work when it's up against the wall, right? And when that happens, magic happens, bro. And you know, you played some music. I've done some music, too. But it's like when you get the right musicians, you put them together. And so if it's good, magic happens, right?
Right.
It's kind of the same thing. The only difference is the magic doesn't. Well, that's why it's a selection process. Make sure that we're going to be the right fit for you and others out there, and that you're going to be the right fit for us. Now, the coaching stuff, that's why we've never done it. It's because look, there's too many people that I know. 97% of the people are not going to fucking want to do it. That's just the way it is. I learned that when I was about 15. I went to my first seminar, right? And I seen people running to the fucking back with their credit cards and getting seconds and third mortgages on their house to get 50 pounds of fucking books and shit, only to put them on the shelf and never do shit, right? We need each other, right? That's the American way, right? We're Americans, man. We got to help each other, helping our fellow Americans. We got to have that. We got to get back to that customer service, back to made in America, bro. And if we do that, I know you got a roll pretty soon. Okay. All right. Gotcha. No problem, man. So what I like to do, because I want to stop talking here, man, is I want to hear from you at the end of the day. I know we got some stuff going on. And for as far as being able to find a deal, like in your area right now, let's say it's tomorrow, and they're like, let's say we got 1 week to find a deal, right? What would be your first step? And I'm putting it on I'm putting you on the line here, bro. But anybody who sees this, you know, I'm not gonna say excuse my F-bombs or S-bombs. They come from a place of passion. Just cover your ears or cover your kids' ears, or if it offends you, you might not want to watch this. And at the end of the day, I'm shutting people out, but I don't care. The bottom line is this, man. What would you do starting tomorrow? We got Sunday to Sunday to find a deal and get it under contract. What would you do?
I would first, honestly, I would just sit there and start hopping online, looking for a type of property just to get in the motions of it and stuff, like checking out properties, start seeing if I could make some calls and stuff like that, and get on the phone and start talking to people, start actually taking action and like seeing what's out there and stuff like that. From that, you know, I would just like start learning how to like break down the numbers if you don't already know how to break down the numbers and everything, and try to do that to where it's like, hey, if you really want to get a deal and stuff, you got to do it, you know. So it's like taking initiative, taking action in any way, shape, or form. I mean, there's different ways people show different techniques and styles and stuff of how to do it, but
what would you do?
I think
You said you'd probably just start looking online, hitting all the websites. You already know how to surf for deals. You scan that QR code if anybody wants to learn right there. Get a full video, copy and paste, PDF, all that good stuff, right? But you would surf for deals because you want sellers saying, hey, I'm interested in selling my property. I either got a fucked up property, piece of shit property, or I don't want to pay an agent, or there's something going on because they got an unexperienced seller trying to sell their property. So something's probably wrong, right? 9 times out of 10.
yes.
Would you agree? So, okay, so finding a property, you would do that. do all your copy and paste, boom, boom, and then start responding back, and then what would you do?
I mean, I would try to set up a time to go see them and meet them in person after communicating back and forth. But I mean,
Appointment.
obviously, we have to get as much information as we can from them, before we go and meet.
Okay. So you would obviously find a property. So we got the lead. Then we're going to take that sumbuk to an appointment, qualify them, make sure you got the mission to the submission, get them qualified. Then when you got it qualified and you set an appointment, then you're going to hit the property, or would you write an offer on the phone, or what would you do? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I would prefer to do it in person, like to
What is
write
that?
up the contract and stuff like that in person. Yeah, I mean, we've done it in over the phone or like, through email and stuff like that, or like, virtual. But that's when we have to. Most of the time, if we can do it in person and just, get that thing solidified to go have an appointment and go
Yeah.
meet them in person, do a walkthrough and stuff, and
Right.
meet them and get to talk to them and get to know them, and then be able to understand who you are as an investor and what you can provide for them. I feel is the best way and stuff. So I always like, going in person. I think it solidifies the deal a little bit more, especially when they could put a good face to the name and stuff like
Right.
that, and kind of walk through and explain more to you. Because I think when you're in person, people can express more. Because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I
Belly
remember
to
there
belly,
was,
right?
yeah,
And you end up getting a better deal, don't you?
yes,
Opposed to just saying, here's the number. If you're on the phone with them, it's usually 2, 3, 4 calls, or you can be on the phone call for a long time. If they're super, super motivated, and I think you know this, I'll throw the numbers out there, right? What was that? Well, the number is if you go through enough, you'll get one like says, "Hey, just make me an offer," right? But you gotta be going through a lot of numbers and a lot of data and all kinds of shit, right? And it'll happen,
right,
but it's rare. But you end up having you'll have more of the belly to bellies, and you make more money doing it that way than opposed to spaghetti at the wall. So you'd go set the appointment, go to the property, walk the house, work a deal. Once you got the contract locked up, what would you do next after that?
Oh man, once I got it locked up, I mean, I would go in there and take some pictures of the property and stuff. If I was able to go in person,
Yeah.
take some pictures, and then start breaking down the numbers and everything more.
Did I lose you? You driving? All right, that's cool. Are you there? I think I lost you, man. But I think what you'd be saying would be that you walk the house. You start marketing the property, right? Get the pictures, get the video, put it out there. Hit your list. If you're brand new and you don't have a list, well, this property will get you a list, because when you have a bag of gold that you got to turn into mean green, right? In other words, a property, sellers will come out of the woodwork, but then you got to learn how to vet them, right? Learn how to vet the sellers, because it's really things have changed. When I got started, investors come to the office, they come with a checkbook and they're ready to go. Probably 9 out of 10 were real. Now it's more like 7 out of 100 are real buyers with real money, with real cash, real checkbooks, who are really interested in cutting a check and willing to pay you for the deal. So you have to vet. And it can get frustrating for some people, right? If you don't understand how to do that, well, the good thing is when we're working with you, it's not that bad, because we're going to plug it in. We're going to do role play, just like the live role play, but vetting sellers, vetting buyers, right? And not putting up with their bullshit, saying, just send me a deal, send me whatever you have, just send me a good deal like you got a crystal ball. You don't have a damn crystal ball, right? You can't figure out what that seller wants and what this seller wants and what's normal, what's not normal, depending on the area and location, demographics, all that stuff, right? It's super important. But it's asking him, getting him to answer your questions, right? What type of deals are you looking for? What's the return on investment are you looking for? What type of return on investment are you looking for? What are you looking for in a deal? Is it fix and flip, buy and hold? Are you doing the 70 cents on the dollar, 75, 80, 85? How high can you go? If I find you a property that's built in the 2000s, right? Good bones, carpet tile paint, easy peasy, cosmetic type of real flip. Are you interested in that? How much cash do you have to work with? hard money? You using traditional money? Do you have cash to work with? Credit cards, right? Any of that stuff, right? Probably thinking, oh, why are they going to tell you that? Because you're asking. If you ask them, several years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, when people were training, oh, just send them a link and tell them to fill that out, what your buying criteria is, and then start building a list that way. Please don't do that. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people learned, obviously, right? I know when I'd get those, I'd be like, let's put them in the spam folder, brand new. Don't send me that shit. If you want to talk, let's get on the phone. Let's see if we're a good fit, see if we can work together or not, right? There's investors out there that are cool and they're awesome and they're willing to work with you and give you all the information you need and proof of funds and everything. And then you got other investors saying, well, do you know who I am? I said, no, I don't give a shit, right? So it is what it is, right? And other people, I think I've had one conversation going, we had a piece of property, nice spread. It was a referral from another guy who said, I got somebody who's probably interested. They're looking for a deal. I said, beautiful. Gets on the phone and, the machismo thing comes out. He thinks he's Mr. Hercules and Hercule Rock, and talking all kinds of stuff and this and that, because I'm talking to him in a career. I figure he has experience. So we're talking the language, right? Creative real estate investing language, right? We're going back and forth. I've been doing this for so long and this and that. You know how I am. I do this, I do that. Oh, bro, you're trying to flex? I said, flex? How old are you? Like 10 years old, man? Trying to flex. I said, what the hell is that? A millennium type term? What is it? I don't even know what the youngsters are, right? It blew my mind. I said, what's wrong with you, brother? This is probably not going to work out. Good luck to you. And you have an awesome one. Thank you, but no thank you, right? That's the beautiful thing about what we teach through the AMP Live method, Americans Helping Americans, is just that, right? We're qualifying the sellers, and the sellers don't even know that. We're qualifying to see if we want to work with them. 2, we're qualifying the buyers to see if we even want to work with them or not. Same thing with title companies, escrow. It doesn't matter. We were always going to do a phone call, qualify them to see if they're a good fit for us, good fit for you is what we're doing, because we're helping you build your business and scale up your business. So we do things a little differently, right? We're not throwing a bunch of spaghetti at the freaking wall and take on everybody and be all hard up to say, yeah, let's take you on, or I'll work with you, buyer, even though you're an asshole, or I'm going to work with this seller that's lying to you about the concrete and maybe the roof and all kinds of shit. And they're saying, figure it out yourself. They will give you red flags. We know that. Victor knows that. Other mentees across the United States that we work with know that, right? Is that there's red flags. There's psychology backed by this, right? And if you've done it enough and you're an expert like us and others that work with us, right? It's what you don't know is what you don't know until you do know, and we know, so we share that with you, right? It's totally different. We're going to do the same thing with the founders for the 6 weeks one-on-one mentoring. Then we're going to stick it out for another 3 months with you to do up to 3 deals, 50-50 split, 60-40, 70-30, depending on how much work you're going to be involved in, right? Or not. You have the option to buy us out or we'll buy you out. It's a lovely, beautiful thing. I don't share a lot of that stuff with people, but here it is, willing to do that because we're going into a new cycle, right? And things are going to change and things are happening. New administration, new 2025. And I want to take people with us and work together with the right people only. But at the same token, we're going to jump on the bandwagon with the coaching, and the marketing and the ladder approach and all that good stuff, right? But we want to take it with an app. We want people to have on demand where we can work together exclusively, right? Because that's what we're doing. So it doesn't matter. We can talk to a bunch of people here and still give them the love that are needed, right? That's needed. Because I guarantee you, any program you go out there, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be talking to the person who's on the marquee, right? You're going to talk to their coaches. You're going to talk to other people in line that are trained. You're going to talk to salespeople that have never sold a piece of property. You're going to talk to salespeople that have never done real estate. That's totally different. I decided a long time ago with AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, that we're not going to do that, right? We are not going to do that. Customer service is number one, but we're also not producing a widget, right? We're not selling a coffee cup, right? Or anything like that. It's almost like an attorney. When you hire an attorney, the goal is to find the best you can get. You're going to pay them a gob of money, and hopefully they get you to what they accomplish what they set out to do. If they don't, you don't get your money back, right? It is what it is. You got to go through the process. And it's the same thing with any type of real estate investing. It's more secure than the stock market and crypto and all that good stuff, right? But there's always a risk. So first and foremost, I will say, yeah, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a financial analyst. This is for entertainment purposes at the end of the day. If it helps you, great. If it doesn't, that's cool. Definitely share, love, and like. I appreciate it. We appreciate it because our cause and mission is our true cause and mission with gentlemen and young guys like Mr. Victor and others across the United States of America. Going to have some more people come on here. I'm going to start pushing more of the Erick report because I like that. I think people need to know. And hey, they can get the report and it's my opinion. That's it. And they can either follow it, don't follow it. Doesn't matter. It'll be based on stuff that's out there, based on assumptions, on my assumptions and things of that nature. Same thing for entertainment purposes at the end of the day, right? If it helps you, great. But you got to do your research anyways. So I will do research, put it out there. And if it works for you, awesome. And if it don't, hey, it is what it is, right? That's just the name of the game. We don't have a crystal ball to predict what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen today, tomorrow, all that good bullshit, right? We can only predict of what we think or assume is going to happen, and then base those things and assumptions by doing our research and then executing, right? Moving forward, right? That's business. Happens in business every single day. But scan that QR code for that free Surfing for Deals just for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But that he was on the right track. So I'll finish up for Victor. He's going to find the deal. He's going to go ahead and qualify those buyers. And if you don't have any buyers, that's perfect because now you got something to work with. You got a bag of gold. You got money. You got a bag of gold that you got to turn into some mean green cash that you can cash at the bank. Walk that son of a bitch to the bank and then come back with a check, wire transfer, whatever. But the bottom line is got to qualify the buyers to make sure they got the money. Do they have the money to perform? And then assign that contract over to them or JV with them or do a partnership of some sort. Or even with us, we may buy it from you or vice versa, and then you get to learn how to fix and flip, buy and hold the whole property and go through the whole process because we're already partnering up together and working together anyways. So that's a beautiful, lovely thing. There's not a lot of people that do that. They'll maybe throw you into a Facebook group and you're going to work with you don't know who, and they don't know fucking 9 times out of 10 these people either. Maybe students, maybe not students, maybe this is joined or whatever. But with us, it's always going to be experience, right? You got to become an expert, and you have to love what you do. It doesn't matter. Even on a job, there's people, I've had jobs I didn't like, but I did my best like I loved it, right? And I wanted to do great, and I wanted to do very, very good for that employer. And plus, it was my pride, right? That's who I am. I'm not going to do a shitty job for somebody. I wouldn't sit right with me, right? So hopefully you're the same type of person. Integrity, loyalty, and communication. I say it all the time. But scan that QR code right there. Let's chit chat. Let's talk. Hopefully you're having a good holiday. I'm going to go ahead and change this over real quick to this here, real estate. The Real Estate Domination Investor Meetup, the AMP Live Real Estate Show. We're going to do that. Try to do it every month, okay? And I think I should have a QR code for this as well. Let me put this up here. Got all right. Join live right there. The date, you can scan this right now, but the date's going to come up. Oh, it's right up there. So it's on the top. Join the live. And I believe there's another one right here. That one where you can scan that QR code. Now, the date will be updated tomorrow. I believe it's going to be December 11th. Right now it says November 20th, okay? But it'll be December 11th where you can, if you're in Southern California, let's chit-chat, let's talk, let's break bread. It'd be awesome. If you're in Missouri, then great. Or any other property that we have that we decide to go live on, we'll do it there. I know it's before Christmas, so it may or may not turn out the way we need it to. It doesn't matter. Or you can just watch here live, and you can be anywhere in the United States of America, the East Coast, the West Coast, Texas, Montana, crazy Oregon, Washington, Cincinnati. It doesn't matter. And you can watch here. We can talk. We can chat. First 30 minutes, getting to know each other, where you're from, what's going on, what type of deals you're doing. And then I'll go into it for about an hour, hour and a half, talk about myself, creative real estate investing, talk about what you guys are doing, what you need help with, and we'll close it up with some Q&A. And obviously there'll be some offerings at the end of the day to either come aboard and work with us, join the app, or share your wares, or maybe you want to come on and share what you got going on. That's cool too. Or maybe it's deals and structuring deals or sharing deals. I always say, look, I always try to say, just put it out there, right? Whatever's working for other people, we love to take a look at and see if we can help out or not, or bring your deals to the table, and we'll look at them, and vice versa. We got some stuff for you if you guys decide you want to buy some stuff too, right? So the bottom line is that's kind of just like a live networking meetup. But I also want to share creative real estate with you, simply because it's going to help you dominate your area if you're an agent or if you're a broker. And you want to dominate your area, you're going to need to be able to do this creative real estate investing, not just wholesaling. Wholesaling is fine, but we want to take this to a new level, right? And I know there's subject to, there's novations, there's crazy stuff that people are teaching right now, again, which is like take the deed and things of that nature. Very dangerous for newbies. I would not do that. I know that people were doing it when I got started. It was called taking the deed, and those are from like seasoned real estate agents that, and unscrupulous sons of bitches, didn't give a shit, right? They literally take the deed and then, boom. Those guys and gals make it bad for the good ones, right? So they would just take the deed and then kick people out, and all kinds of crazy stuff would happen. I said, I will never do that. I will never work with anybody like that. And I get it. You can do it, but it has to be a full disclosure. Everything has to be in black and white and writing, and them knowing exactly what's going to transpire. That's the way to go. That's the AMP Live method, right? That's the way we do stuff. That's the way I do stuff, and I want to share that with you so you have the integrity and loyal communication so you can withstand this business and thrive, and not just survive, but thrive throughout all these cycles that are going to happen, because real estate is cyclical. Also, what I'll do, I do have the Erick report. Now, I didn't get too much into it because I wanted to talk more about what Victor's doing and all this other good stuff, right? But I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, shit, we're already at an hour, so I have to chop this shit down into 15 videos. All right, but get the Erick report. We're on X, so you can go to AMP Live Media on X and check us out there. You can also go to book some time. I think I put it in the chat. If you want to chit chat with me, go ahead and do that. And also, if you want the Erick report, it's just going to be my 2 cents on what I think the market is going to do all the way up to 2040, right? Now, I've studied stuff, like I said, from the 1800s to the 1900s. And then when I got started in the 2000s, looked at all that good stuff until now. You're going to see a cycle and trend. And you can use it as a guideline if you like or not. But if you want to check it out and take a look at it, then definitely go to amplivemedia.com. Just sign up. And then if there's any notes in there, put in notes. Say, hey, can you give me the Erick report, crystal ball, right? The crystal ball Erick report, right? Because that's what I call it, really. It's a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to happen until it happens. But at least you'll know the basis of where we're going, okay? Foreclosures, short sales, REOs, market's going to flatten out and bottom out. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. We live in a capitalist country where the economic system does what it does. So it's just the way it's going to be, right? If we continue to do what we do, right, in this nation. So it's going to happen. So definitely be prepared for it. There's opportunities right now. Yes, a lot of properties going to be out there. You can buy, you can sell, you can flip and all that good stuff, right? Properties are going to hold their value, and they're going to keep going up and going up and going up. That's good for you. You just have to know the timing, right? It's kind of like music and rock and roll, right? If your timing is all sour and boom, 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 you don't know what the fuck you're doing, then shit, people are going to walk out that front door. Not going to want to see your shitty band, right? So you got to practice and practice and practice and practice your craft along with the other musicians. Make that magic so you can follow the rhythm, right? So people come back and watch your show. So, and you'll always, in other words, you'll be buying and selling and fixing and flipping and holding and all that good stuff. It's an awesome, different analogy. I got it. But if you want the Erick report, check it out. You can go to amplivemedia.com, just sign up and grab that. If you want to text, I don't have anything for you, but I might be able to put it down here and text it. You can text. Let me see. I'll just put it in the chat. For Crystal Ball Erick report, and I'll send that to you. It's got a text to. I might even have the number here. I'm not sure, but if I do, I'll pull it up. 909-341-6629 right there. And I think, let me go through these slides here. Let me try this one. I love this thing. It's awesome, right? Lock in your spot one-on-one mentoring. Sure, why not? I'll throw that up there. Scan that. That's for the 6-month one-on-one mentoring. It's not going to be the same as the 6 weeks. I don't want to confuse you, but it's there. Some of the marketing materials when you come aboard, right, are always rebranded for you. They kind of look like that. Even if you need business cards and things of that nature, will help you with all that. It's a done with you, done for you program. Get your surfing for deals right there. All right, that's the PDF that's going to come with free. I already put it in the chat. definitely scan it. Here it is right here in the QR code. You can scan it. You'll get that. You get a video, and it'll show you how to find sellers. You can do the same thing for buyers as well. If you have a podcast, or if you think I'd be a good guest on somewhere online or whatever it is, there's my speaker card. You can get in touch with me there on all the different platforms of social media. Telephone number, you can just reach out, book a time with me, and I'll be more than happy to talk about what I love, and that's people, that's God, that's my family, real estate, and all that other good stuff. And of course, love the old rock and roll. Okay, so let me put this up here real quick too. So the American Mentee Program, AMP Live, top-rated one-on-one investment mentorship program. Get started, leads, deals, private money. You can scan that QR code right there to follow. You can scan this one if you want to set up an appointment to book a free consultation. Text AMP Live USA to 909-341-6629. 909-341-6629. But you got to text AMP Live USA to book a free consult, okay? My goal is to show you how to SubTo. You can even call the National 800 number there, or you can go to amplive.net for creative real estate investing, or just hashtag GetErickPaulLive, GetErickPaulLive, and about 300 plus videos will pop up on the internet. All right, so if you are a buyer and you're looking for properties, definitely can go here. Did I pull it up? Nope. That's one-on-one mentoring. It's myself, a broker for VIPeXecs right there. VIPeXecs is our sponsor. VIPeXecs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. If you have a license, you want to place it with us, give us a call. I'll turn you on to the broker. If you're wanting to get started, or maybe you're having struggles, or maybe you're looking for a new home and you want to have the best of both worlds, right? You want to have something that's going to help you dominate your area, then definitely reach out. Love to speak with you. And if you're a buyer looking for deals, go to AmericansHelpingAmericans.net, AmericansHelpingAmericans.net, and become a VIP buyer. If you're looking to buy 1 or 100, doesn't matter. If you're looking to buy onesies and twosies, cool, we'll help you. If you're looking to buy 50, 60, 80, 100 properties, then we can definitely chit-chat and talk like this, or you can come out to us, or we'll come out to you wherever state you're at, and if we can help make that happen, and you got the cash, we can bring the inventory to the table, okay? Look forward to speaking with you on that if that's what you need. Keep on rolling here, and then I'll wrap this up. Once again, you can hashtag GetErickPaul, the art of the deal, creative real estate investing for training videos. Appreciate you watching. Keep on rocking and rolling. Sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. Love to speak with you. Love to rock with you, or not. Bottom line is we're moving forward. We're going to continue to move forward. Keep on watching, sharing, likes, all that good stuff. Hit all the different platforms. We appreciate it. I know we're going to go probably a little bit later. I'm going to do jump on to TikTok. TikTok seems to be kind of cool, but I guess, I did a post or two, and I don't know, they I guess certain things you can't post, right? So whatever, who knows? I guess there isn't a platform that you can't post. There isn't a platform that I can post where shit don't get fucking squashed, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I talk, or maybe it's the shit that I talk about, or whatever breaks their little shitty terms of service. The bottom line is we're going to go on there anyways, and we're going to go live. Then we're going to go on Instagram live, because you got to do it separately. What other one is we got? There's another one. I think one more. I think I wrote it down right here. What is it? Oh, Spaces. That's cool. We're doing some Spaces stuff, just trying to get the algorithms going and go live on Space or Spaces or whatever it's called on X. Look forward to talking with you and chatting with you. Rock and roll in all that you do. United we stand, in God we trust. Rock and roll in all that you do. Once again, reach out. And if you're looking for a broker to hang your license, or you want to get a property sold, VIPEXecs.com. Definitely reach out. Go to AMP Live Media. We are powered by AMP Live Media. That powers this and others and everything that we do. That's broadcasting, marketing, and media company. You go to amplivemedia.com. You can also hit AmericansHelpingAmericans.net. We look forward to speaking with you. And if you want to get in touch with me, I think we could do the email thing. I believe that is Erick, Erick at amplive.tv. Erick at amplive.tv. So I'm going to have to make a slide for that, or have one made so I can put that up here on these videos. All right. Once again, we're all good to go. I think we got everything there. It's a damn handful. It's a long video. All good to go. Once again, rock and roll, and all that you do. Take advantage. We're looking for 15 founders. Click the links down below. Let's see if we're a good fit. If we are, we're going to rock and roll into 2025 and beyond. You have an awesome, wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you tomorrow for a Sunday sermon, rants and raves, Mindset Money Mondays, and Wednesday wellness, Friday highlights, and then back to some Saturday training. So, okay, that's it. We're all good to go.